Channel, everybody. My name is Lady Nika. I'm in with last night's, I think it was last night, episode of the Have and Have Nots. And we open right, it wasn't much to this episode, so I ain't gonna hold y'all long on this. Plus, this is record night, so I have to get all of my reviews in that I am behind, meaning that there is Han, Queen Sugar, Black Ink Crew, so I don't be behind. So all I have left to do is the Fuck Shit Friday, which the posts are up on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. You can go there if you're following me. My Twitter is open now, so you don't have to request me in order to get me, but I have a lock on my IG account. And of course, you got to request me on Facebook. But if you want any topics discussed, you can put them on those posts on the social media sites. If you do not have social media or you are not following me, you can leave whatever comment, whatever it is you want me to talk about in the panic section of this video for Fuck Shit Friday, because we will be doing that this week. These celebrities done lost their damn mind, and I feel like we need to talk about it. So let's go on and talk about the Have and Have Not, season 4, episode 15 of A Woman Under the Stairs. We start right back off where we left off here last week with Veronica easing up them damn stairwells, threatening this boy, talking about she nauseous at what she's heard, and if he don't leave her son alone, she's going to make a accusation of sexual harassment or a charge of sexual harassment on this man. He's in a delusion. I'm telling you, this was a meeting, crazy versus crazy. Who gonna win? Y'all put it in the panic. But they just went back and forth with one another. He's saying my wife, I have a wife. I'm not gay. I would never think of doing anything disgusting. She's saying I could have swore I heard you trying to coerce my son into doing some very unethical or in her opinion to be disgusting acts with my son. Now you can be cool and leave my boy alone, or this can blow up in your face. And that little wifey you just mentioned you had, she finds out. He says, speaking of wifey, you do know my wife is the judge that's on your case, right? She said, oh, really? So what I could do tomorrow is roll on down there to the courthouse and have your wife removed off of the case because it's a conflict of interest because you are in a relationship with my son. She said, look, I ain't trying to argue with you. I ain't trying to play games with you. You say you ain't scared of me, but you might ought to want to be, because I'm Veronica Harrington. This is the nice version. Behind door number 2 is a cold and heartless bitch, and you don't want none of her. So what I would do if I was you is leave my boy alone. Justin was not faded. He continued to deny that he's gay and that she had heard anything. He told her, make your next move your best move. And he was unbothered and unfazed up until she said, well, you know you ain't the first, right? You do know that he's really in love with his friend Wyatt. Oh, you know Wyatt. I'm sure you've seen him. Then and only then did that boy become unhinged a little bit, and out the stairwell he went. I hollered, child. It was funny to me. Finally, we see David finally catch up with uh Jeffrey. Okay, Jim is with him. Jim ain't giving David a chance to say nothing. Look, where's Jeffrey? Where Wyatt? He said, look, Mr. Cryer, he's gonna be okay, but it might not be the best thing for you to see him right now. Jim wants to know why is he here. He said, look, okay, after he OD'd, it scared him so bad that he tried to detox on his own. He tried doing it at home with the help of this rehab center that I was able to help him, get involved with, okay? It failed, so they had to bring him here so that he could be stabilized as he goes through the detox process. I just think that you don't need to go in there and see him. He was like, look, whether you tell me or not, I'm gonna find out. Now you telling me will help it. He was a little bit on the, kind of a little bit rough side till Jeffrey broke it down. This is the first time he's tried to do it on his own. This is his first night. Things ain't going quite well with him. He having a lot of withdrawals, and right now we're trying to keep him from relapsing back into the world of drugs. And Jim was surprised to find out that his son was actually trying to detox him on his own and not being made to go into a rehabilitation center. And I could understand that because we've seen this boy snort more dope. I mean, child, he snort more dope than the whiteness that's on top of the Colorado mountains, okay? So I totally understand what that man was feeling in that moment. But he realized, just like his wife Catherine did, that maybe I might want to shut the hell up and listen to this boy. And when he did, he brought that temperature all the way down in that attitude, and he had to apologize and thank Jeffrey for being there for Wyatt. Jeffrey did relent and gives a room number, and he ran off to go and talk to or see his son. That gave David and Jeffrey the opportunity to have the conversation he had been wanting to have. First, we're going to talk about Melissa. How is she? She depressed? Did your mama really push her to that level? That along with the fact that her father died. Her father died. I'm sorry to hear that. Wait a minute, you know her father? Yeah, me and your mom been friends with her parents for years. Go figure. And you ain't know the girl last name, David. Okay. But anyway, he say that, she gonna be all right, but she going through some depression right now. Okay, that's understandable. Then we move to the question of Quincy. He said, what happened with Quincy? He said, look, Dad, he's a bad man. I walked into Candace's house and he was in there beating her up. I took a vase and busted him across his head, and it didn't do nothing to him because he began to attack me too. I got mad because y'all think y'all think I'm marshmallow with salt, but y'all just don't realize I am the son of y'all two put together. So it's got to be some rumblings of crazy inside of me. So I began to stab him several times. Well, why didn't you call me, son? Because Candace said if we called the police, that it would look like a crime of passion and we would go to jail. I don't know how Mama found out, but she did. And what she's saying is the time that they found Quincy's body in the backyard, Candace no longer owned the home, and that might be her way of getting us off. David said, I ain't even think of this. She might be able to pull that off. We all know she gonna manage to pull that off. He tell him, look, I need you to start calling me and depending on me. I'm here for you. All you gotta do is pick up the phone, but I can't know what's going on or how to help you if you don't pick up the phone. He said, son, look, this is what I need you to do. Because we're gonna work this out. I'm gonna get you out of this situation here. I need you going on, go to your house, and I'm gonna call you. Jeffrey said, she moved me, remember? Well, go get you a hotel room, give me a call, let me know where you at, and we going to talk later, and I'm going to help you get out of this situation. Don't worry about nothing, son, I got you. Jim goes on down there and winds up meeting up with Anna. Remember, Anna is the girl that has the rehabilitation center in your home, but they had to bring Wyatt out because he was having too many complications with his detoxing. So in order to ensure that his body don't go into some form of shock and possibly killing him, they put him in the hospital. So now we got Jim there asking this woman 101 questions. How is it? She said this is just night number one. I don't know yet, but I feel that he's strong. She explained who she is and what the process is, and Jim wanted her to leave the room. At first, she said no, but she eventually told him, "I'm gonna give you a few seconds since he's asleep to talk to him or say whatever it is you have to say. I'll be right outside the door." When she go out that door for the first time in a minute, I see Jim act like he's somewhat human. He begins to cry, and he's kissing his son, and he's rooting for him. He told him, you got this. Stayed only a few minutes, went out the door, got Miss Anna's number, told her I'm going to contact you with all my contact information. If anything happens, please give me a call. And he thanked her for what she's doing for his son, and he went on about his business, okay? That's what happened with that. I said that was really nice, you know. I like the fact that he didn't he was able to bring it down. It made sense. Now let's go over to Catherine's house because Hannah woke. See, that pill didn't do nothing to her. It gave her probably about an hour worth of sleep, but that was it. She up and she can't because she can't sleep and she can't eat. But Catherine want to try to fix her some dinner. Some breakfast. But she don't want no breakfast. She want her cell phone, so she called Benny, which she got and she did. But Mitch answered the phone, and remember, Mitch told Benny told Mitch, don't tell my mama I'm in this jail. So Mitch told her a lie. He walked off. She said when he come back, tell him to give me a call so we can get started on these funerals arrangements. She hang up and she's upset. She's like, I don't even know if I'm better buy him a casket. Catherine said, for all you've done for me and my family, I got you. Don't worry about this funeral. Then she started thinking about, when I get down there to the funeral home, they're going to be asking me questions like, what's his favorite flower? What is a 5-year-old's favorite flower? She said, just give them his favorite color, which is purple, and his favorite toy. So she said, well, I still got to get hold of Benny because I got to get that toy out that room, okay, his little game. She said, look, you don't have to worry about that, Hannah, right now. I will deal with Benny and I'll make sure everything is done for you. That's the least I can do for all you've done for me and my family. She said, but look here, you need to try to put something in your stomach and I'm going to fix you something to eat. Hannah did what I did. Girl, who going to cook it? When she said she was cooking it, I was like, Hannah, I don't want none of that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Especially when she said she couldn't cut that stove on. Girl, gone. Good, gone. Good, no ma'am. Now let's go over to the hotel where Candace is at. Now Barack Obama Jr. and her got adjoining rooms. Remember this. The kids of little Obama Jr. His kids wind up being in her room. Open the door or something. Well, she ain't minding. She laughing and talking with them. They talking about, their dad is running for president and she voting for him and she say yes. And then here comes Junior and the nanny and they ushering the children off to the schoolhouse. He said, look, she's surprised. Ain't no photo ops with this and ain't no Secret Service. He said, no. He said, I'm trying to maintain as much normalcy as I possibly can because once I get in that White House, it's going to be a totally different situation. And I take being a parent, being a father to them very, very seriously, okay? I said, okay. Well, she's surprised that he calm and nice to her after she had told him the night before that she had recordings of him and her. And he said, don't let my calm demeanor fool you. And that should have been an indication right there, girl. But see, this is the Candace that I'm not liking. Here we is 3 or 4 episodes in, and this woman still don't know her child is dead. She ain't had no good feeling. She ain't bothered to try to go over to the hotel to possibly see her son. Ain't nothing about her being this boy mama is what we see in her because she ain't got no inkling that nothing is going on with him. She ain't trying to get in touch with her family. All she got on her mind is to come up in some peen now. And that ain't gonna get it, girl. That ain't gonna get it. I really hope that as this season progresses and we get toward the end of this, that the old Candace returns. Now, I don't necessarily need her hoeing herself out, and I don't necessarily need to see her blackmailing somebody. But, girl, come on, how you go from being a street smart, very intelligent, beautiful escort, scammer, and hoe to being a damn dummy on the come up? I don't understand it, honey. I don't understand how you go to being there. So I hope that in this season we see some type of evolution of Candace, honey, the old Candace. I need her to get back to having some sense because right now she's being portrayed as an all idiot and all out idiot, and I can't do her. I can't. I ain't used to this type of Candace. Now you so busy in here playing around with this man, talking about you done gave him all the recordings there is, and promising him it ain't no more, and that you ain't planning to do nothing to him all along. He had something planned to do to your ass, okay? Then she began to order him around, telling him take off his clothes and doing a dominatrix thing, and he doing it, you know. Now he started to tell her something, but she wasn't trying to hear the shit, so she ordered him to go on and take his clothes off. You might have should have listened to what he was saying. She ordered him then after his clothes came off to go get in the bed and wait for her, and he did that too. But we gonna put that on pause. Let's go down to the police station because Ben is still down there, y'all. He sitting there all night. The text say he only been sitting there because he ain't under no arrest. Now I'm like, child, that's what you told him. You say now that he ain't under arrest because y'all just detained him. Y'all didn't arrest him, but that's what you did. You told him he had the right to remain silent. Ain't that what you said? Talking about he just want him to cooperate with him. Then this other dude comes in there and he asking Benny for DNA, talking about he may be a threat to a presidential candidate. And Benny outdone because he don't know no damn presidential candidates. Now let's go back over to the hotel because Candace is snapping selfies of her in bed with Barack Obama Jr. after they done got through having a moment. And he said she knows she can't do it. She said, well, she did it. And he said she don't respect him at all. She said she do respect the office. She respect him. Okay. Then he told her she has no idea who he is. And then he said, Benson. He said, I need you and some guy. He said, Vincent, I need you. And then maybe here come these men in his room to arrest her for terrorism. Obama Jr. too said, look at me. And she did, and he said, she was under arrest and that she don't need to fuck with him because he don't play them type of game. And that's pretty much where it went off here. Benny down there then got tangled up in her mess yet again. Cause what presidential? I don't know. He planted something on her. I don't know how he did it, but he did get her ass real good. I think I pretty much hit all the highlights of what went on this episode. Like I said, it felt very fillerish to me, so I didn't put too much into it. But that's pretty much what went on. If it's anything I left out that you feel like you want to discuss, you know the panel section is always open for further discussions on the videos that I do. So feel free to do that. And I'm going to get on up out of here because I got Queen Sugar and Black Ink Crew coming up next. Remember, the depth of your struggle will always determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to like this video. Ratings get us noticed down here in these YouTube streets. Subscribe to my channel. Talk to me down in that panel, and you can share the video wherever it is that you share videos if you're so inclined to do so. I thank you all for watching my review tonight of the Have and Have Nots, and I'll see you again on the next video. Peace.